see, heading north on the AT. So good morning, campers. And I am hiking the AT. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, a little breezy, but the sun is out, as you can see, and I'm expecting a great hike. It's a short day, relatively, 7.5 miles, but I'm in the whites also, so there's going to be some uphills for sure. Going to the Eliza Brook shelter, 7.5 miles. It is exactly 8 o'clock, and I will share with you anything interesting I see along the way. So let's get her done. As you can see, Eliza Brook shelter, 6.7 miles. Kinsman Pond shelter, 10.7 miles. Normally, I would go 10.7 miles or more in a day. That's a short day. Oh boy, I got uphill here. That would be a short day, 10.7 miles. But those 4 miles between Eliza Brook and the Kinsman Pond shelter is a tough 4 miles. You are in the Kinsmans, a lot of steep ups. I'm not going to do that today. That's just pushing too much. I would only leave a 4 mile day tomorrow, which would be nice to get into town and go to the hostel. But I don't think I want to do a tough 4 miles at the end of the day. So here I am. I'm just getting on the trailhead from the road, and got the mountains behind me. You can see, we're starting to get up into the mountainous areas. So let's go up and see what's up there to see. So I've heard there's moose scat along the trail. I don't know if that's moose scat. It looks bigger than deer scat. Those look like, very large chocolate-covered almonds. Very, very big, bigger than Brazil nuts. So I don't know if that's a sign that a moose has been through here. Here's another one that's like dried out. They're light-colored. I don't know if that's deer or moose, but I think I've seen deer poop. And I don't believe it was that big, but I could be wrong. So I'll be on the lookout for more moose droppings and moose hoof prints, just to see if there's any moose in the area. That would be really cool to see one. Okay, I am 1 hour into my hike, and I checked my GPS. Boy, there's a lot more moose droppings if that's what those are. But anyway, an hour into my hike, I'm 1.6 miles. That surprises me. I thought it would be closer to 1, like 1.2, 1.1, maybe 1.3, but it said 1.6. So that's pretty amazing. At that rate, I'll be at the shelter in another, 4 hours? It's 9 o'clock by 1. One thing that concerns me is the sign down at the beginning of the trail said it was 6.7 miles to the shelter. So I just checked. I've come 1.6 from that point. So I should be 5.1 from the shelter, right? No, the GPS says I'm 5.9, which means it's a 7.5 mile hike, not a 6.7 mile hike. That seems to be more what the AWOL guide says too. So I think that's the signs. You cannot trust signs. They could be off by a mile or two. So take every sign, mileage that you see with a grain of salt. Okay, I just had my second break of the day at the Eliza Brook shelter. And baby Fire Devil was there with Brian, her friend, I don't know, boyfriend, friend. So they're continuing on to Franconia Notch. I'm going to push on to the Kinsman Pond shelter. It's 4 miles, but it's hard 4 miles. It may take me solid 4 hours to get there. Or longer, who knows? But it's only 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1, so I'm gonna go for it on a nice day. Sun's out, and take my time and get up there and see the peaks, see the views on a nice day. Because tomorrow the rain will start moving in, and that'll make tomorrow a real short day. It'll be about a 4.5 mile hike to Franconia Notch, where I will get a shuttle to Lincoln. I'll get my mail, I'll get my resupply at Price Chopper, and I'll get to the hostel. And I should be good. So anyway, that's my plan. I gotta cross this creek right now. do some rock hopping, and then I'll be climbing Kinsman Mountain. Okay, I've just climbed up this steep slot here, and I'm about 1.5 miles from the summit of Kinsman Mountain, and you can see the trail kind of goes up a narrow slot here. So it's going to get more steep as I go. I'm just going to go easy. I don't want to blow up my knees, but you can see how like kind of narrow and tricky it is with all the leaves overhanging it. So I'm going to have to be careful in this section. I don't want to hurt myself and get scraped up by the trees. Okay, so I just turned the corner, and this is what I'm facing now. I know you can't tell. That's a solid 45-degree angle. So this is rock climbing, essentially. So this is what's going to slow me down on the way to the top. I think there's a lot more of this to come. Well, I've made it to the top of the south peak of Kinsman Mountain. You can see the beautiful view behind me there. I'll adjust the phone a little bit. I'll turn slowly. It's a little windy, cool up here. I think I'm going to put on my fleece and take a little snack break, enjoy the view. There's no one else up here. It's very quiet. It's very unlike Musalaki, which had at least 24 people up at the top. But spectacular view, beautiful day with the clouds, a little bit of a breeze, sun peeking out once in a while. Really amazing. So, tough climb. The last 2.5 miles from Eliza Brook Shelter to the top here took me 2.5 hours, so about 1 mile an hour pace climbing those rocks. That was tough going. Now I've got about a 1/2 mile down to a little bit of a saddle, and then a 1/2 mile back up to the north peak of the same mountain. Mount Kinsman has 2 peaks. Once I get to that peak, it's another 1/2 mile down to the shelter. So 1/2 mile down, 1/2 mile up, 1/2 mile down. So I got about 1.5 miles left to the shelter where I'm going to stay tonight. Lots of signs here at this intersection. That's one. That's another one. Fish and Jimmy Trail. That's the way I'm going tomorrow, because that's also the AT. It heads up that way. Put the trail down this way. Has the Kinsman Pond Shelter, 0.1 miles. And I'm heading this way.